Howdy, Beefalo Bart here, and welcome. Welcome. Alrighty, as the title suggests, this is Conan Exiles, and there's a new DLC just came out a couple days ago, and our online server is working with it, and I thought I would showcase a little bit of it here. And yes, I'm wearing the absolute worst possible armor for being in the desert, but oh well. One thing I will do is make sure that we make me admin. Turn off that pesky eating and thirst. Make sure everything is good. Make sure we're in God, and no sprint. I hate sprint. I really do. Anyway, actually, let's make sure we do one more thing and freeze time. Alright, as you can see by the interior, and these walls are absolutely backwards. Yeah, that happens. But the new DLC, and I'm not actually wearing any of the clothing from there, which I will change out. I'm warning ahead of time, there may be some nudity here, so... yeah, this is Conan. It's the thing. This current house that I've been playing around with, testing the new stuff. See the new ceiling tiles? I like these. Look really nice here, and they match with the look of the floor. So if you actually have to put a foundation down, these are the new foundations. Nice marble. And all I've done here is actually I've created, these are going to be, probably just be for nothing, but you know, this is an offline server. But for a building layout like this, was similar to and inspired by a Roman villa, since you know this is kind of a Roman feel to the patch or the DLC. So all these rooms are identical in size, and it would be like a hotel room, or really I can't think of the name of what they're actually called. Roman roadside camps. They were made for people to actually stop over, like a roadside hotel on Roman roads. Yes, all I've got is one little tiny pesky little wheel in here, and plenty of food, good enough. Wanted to make sure, because I wanted to test out something really quickly, because we do have the admin panel up, we can spawn whatever we want. And no, the building is completely not finished here. As you can see, there's a lot left to be done on it. It doesn't really matter. This is an offline server. This is a new gateway, and look at those doors. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, big statues. Huge brazier, or whatever you want to call these things. There's buttocks on there. I didn't know they were that big. I spawned in 10 of them, and it's like, holy crap. Yeah, they put off a good bit of light too. I put 4 of the arches up here, or the gates. Little unusual entryway here. So right here in the middle of the desert, and I spawned in this. I was kind of screwing around with it a little bit, and I was kind of looking to see if they despawn. But in the admin panel, if you've never screwed around with it, you've got spawn creatures. You've got a large list of creatures you can choose from here. And as I was scrolling through here, ostrich was one of them. It doesn't seem very happy to see me. So yeah, you can get an ostrich. Now, I actually have seen these out in the wild as well. In the desert, actually, I believe in this area right in here, I actually saw camels in the wild. I mean, not camels, but ostriches. Which is the other thing that I wanted to show, was there is in spawn creatures, of course, cobra, giant snake. Let me stay away from him for right now. Rock nose. This is what I call the rock donkeys. In different colors. Dragon hatchling. Undead dragon. That sounds lovely. And wildlife prey camel. And as the name suggests, it is a camel. Now, I have not seen these in the game yet. I have not seen them in the wild anywhere. But it's a camel. And yes, you can kill it. It will try to flee, and that's its normal behavior. They do have attacks, but they will try to flee. Even have sounds for death. But what I wanted to actually try was go into the admin panel again, and instead of spawn creatures, spawn humanoids. And one none. Interesting. But you've got all these different ones here. All these Blackhand, and there's a lot of Blackhand. Which, yeah, I really have to try the Blackhand on the dancers. See if I can find one with a peg leg. Don't ask. However, in the sea, I don't see it. So I don't see it in the sea. So camel, wildlife hooved camel shows up in the humanoids. So I was just wondering if I could miss. If I could miss a lot. If I could miss almost every time. Come back here, you son of a bitch. Absolutely just loving it. Because that flee mode, I mean, it just keeps running away from me. And don't see the bar going down. I was just curious to see if I could actually knock it out and tame it, since it showed up in humanoid. But no, the bar's not going down at all. Didn't aggro the elephant, but I guarantee you my ass will. Not having stamina to worry about is a nice thing. Tiger sure came out, but looks like he's after me. Oh, gotta love these elephants. So I was just curious, and he's dead. Really? Who killed him? Did you guys kill him? Assholes. Alright. Cat's got to go, because the cat will sit there and keep chasing me. Not worried about the elephant. I can just outrun the elephant. Alright, so that was the big thing that I wanted to look at, to see whether or not the camel could be knocked unconscious and tamed. Doesn't appear to be that that's the case, but that gives me something to look forward to. Yeah, you're not doing a damn stomp attack on me. Annoying little asshole. So I'll just climb up here and get away from him for just a moment. But this will also give us a chance to take a look at the base from a distance. So you can see the new roof panels as well. Really nice. What I'll do is I'll actually scroll through and I'll spawn a few items in just so we can get a look at them. And it appears that I've got every one of those gates backwards. You can see the brown panels from the outside. I meant to do that. That's contrast. That's what it is. Not just common dumbassery on my part. But I built this over this little pool here, so I could actually have a swimming pool, a nice little water feature. So, first off, let's go back into our admin panel, and let's look right here in the other panel. And as you scroll down, get into this, the Aquilonian, whatever the hell. So you got the scout headgear, or the scout set, which is light. They're all geared towards cold. None of them are geared towards warm areas, which kind of sucks, because you think they would have some sort of balance. Like the scout should be light, and it is, but it also should be for warmer climates. And you would think the heavier stuff would be for colder climates, but they're all for cold climates, so they're not really well suited for wearing out in the desert like I'm in right now. Neither is a set that I'm wearing. I just happen to like the way this one looks. It's not unlockable until level 60. But all of the armor has sort of a Roman Legionnaire type look to it. So if I go with the Black Dragon, it's a black version. Looks pretty cool. In fact, this guy right here is wearing the infantry outfit. So nice layered armor set. Not too bad. What we'll do here is we'll put this guy in the Black Dragon. Go to Atman, other Black Dragon, doesn't matter what tier, if it's flawless or exceptional or whatever. So let's go ahead and put him in this set. So nice. Got the big frilly scrub brush on his head. I mean, whatever that's supposed to be called. Alright, so I gave them, they're both archers. Got Bessie's bow. Yeah, let's get rid of this junk. I kept a skinning knife just for the hell of it. But that's actually not bad. That's the Black Dragon. Got a lot of gold in it, some brown, the blues. I like the way that looks. Really cool. When we get back on the live server, I think that's the armor choice that I use for my fighters that I keep right next to my main door. Put archers right here. That way, if this were where we had an issue with people or whatever coming in, then they're archers. So let's actually see if I can spawn something in that'll not like me. She spawned humanoids, and I want to try Black Hand. Entertainer, I guess it would be called. Priest. Set Yogg, Mitra. Alright, so yeah, all the usuals. Here we go. Entertainers. Blackhand Entertainer for Zamorian. Alright, so why are you guys trying to run? You're archers. He's got his bow out. Why don't you have your bow out? You got a dragon bone. Holy crap, they're pincushioning his ass. Alright, so not the best choice to have archers, because it takes quite a bit to actually bring somebody down. What was his name? Daniel the Seductive. I'm sorry, he wasn't very seductive for me. Alright, so let's look at some other stuff here. In the other column, because it is DLC, unless you possess the DLC, you cannot spawn it in. So all the different armor is nice. I like it. Has that Roman feel to it. The whole thing has kind of a Roman feel to the whole deal. Unfortunately, the weapons, even though they look freaking awesome, they tend to have iron style stats instead of steel, which is kind of crap if you ask me. So they're not as much damage as they could be, and I find that like the poniards, they just wear out so freaking quickly. I love using the poniards on the live server because as a starter, I will start off with 2 to 3 attacks, get a couple bleeds stacked, roll out, switch to my sword and shield, and finish them off. Alright, so you got a new artisan table. I'm going to grab that. See the foundations, the walls, the sloping stuff, the door frame, the stairs, the ramps, doors, the roof sections, all really, really nice. I'll walk around and show some other things too, but there's new furniture, new counselor's chair, hanging braziers, braziers, however the hell you want to pronounce those things. I'll spawn one of those in, just take a look at it. Writing desk, divan, you got flags, a harp. I'll get the harp. I've got one on the live server, but we'll just show it off. Then, of course, wall torches. So, first off, let's walk inside, and screw it, we'll walk in this door over here, and we'll go ahead and place this down. And, of course, it's white to match up with the theme of everything. In fact, a lot of it just seems a little bit too bleached out white. So, I don't have any recipes learned or anything right now, so I'll fix that here in just a second. And then, let's just hang that there. Kind of nice. And the harp. We'll just put it right there. Is lovely. You can go up to the harp, and every time you hit the E key, it plays a chord or a note. So let's go ahead and look at our feats. I haven't learned anything. So we want to get to... Well, we're not worried about the masonry stuff. I want to look at the decorative. The masonry stuff is nice to deal with. Don't get me wrong. Like, so armor, you got, you know, armor. That's fine. Let's see here. You got all your different weapons. For the bows. What else we got here? Well, let's look at the cosmetic stuff. You know, weapons are weapons. They look nice, don't get me wrong, but I love these fences. You can see those. I'll walk back outside one more time. The crenellated wall sections, I love those. Really have not played around with the hatches on anything yet. Those are kind of cool. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. I mean, I could sit here and go through and unlock everything and just be a pain in the butt right now. Not really worried about unlocking everything. I'm just looking for any more of the decorative stuff. I don't even know what level I am. I'm level 33. So, yeah. As you unlock more and more stuff in your artistry, like, say if you go to banners, go to your furniture maker, carpenter, tanner, just unlock some random things here. Do that, do that, do that. Chair maker, potter, why not? Gardener. Those are the tents. Let's see here. I don't think that's going to add anything. But yeah. So as you start unlocking things, a lot of stuff will show up. So there's your braziers, your rug. Not bad, it's only 30 silk. You can get silk relatively easy. This is just 4 shaped wood, but it's 5 gold dust. It's easy to find gold, but if you know where to go. The counselor chair, I'll show you that one on the live server. These big flags here, I'll show you those on the live server. These are the statues that I have outside here and on the live server. Again, I'll show you that. And the brazier wall torches. The harp, 4 shaped wood and 8 silk. Relatively cheap to make. Large banners. So yeah, lots of really cool stuff in here. Now the inside wall textures I like, I really do. The seams are a little bit heavy. You can see the seams in the walls right there in this little pillar section here. You can actually see the seams. They just don't perfectly match up. Love the doors. Doors look nice. So inside corners look really good. I like the way the inside corners look. The stairs look pretty good overall. You have minor little gap issue right there. You can see as it connects to the ceiling tile. So as you're doing this right here, there is a gap there, and it does look a little bit unsightly. Didn't put a door here for some reason. So the inside corners look good. Let's actually go outside and look at some outside corners. Look at it from this side over here. You see the foundation, of course, is just a foundation. But if you look up wall corners, it seems like it's something missing. The edges should have been beveled or something. They just don't quite match up as well as they should. So minor little kickback there. Now these things here, you gotta love them. If you were not in God mode like I am right now, and you hit these spikes, they will cause you damage. And if you're sitting here trying to climb up a wall and you've got those actually mounted on the very top, they will prevent you from climbing over because they will cause you damage and you'll fall off. So like this right here, if you thought you'd be smart, you come over here and yeah, I'll just climb over this wall. And if you're actually not really, that one's backwards. So as you start climbing up and you hit those spikes, they will hurt you and knock you off. So quite cool. So that's actually roof sections that I put down here. I probably could have put a corner section there too, just to have a little different style to the entryway. It's going to bug me now that I realize that I put those up backwards. And this is just 4 frames, door frames, with a ceiling tile on top, so that I can put the foundations on top of it. I thought it looked kind of cool. Alright, so let me walk my happy butt back inside. That corpse is still here. Dude, your hair's like weird and stuff. Alright, so park my rectum in here. And I'm actually going to go to the live server. No cheats, straight up. Tonight's drink of choice is Shock Top Belgian White. Yes, beef's drinking a beer. Alright. This is a modded server because we're using the Pickup Plus. Again, can't say enough good things about the Pickup Plus mod. It was ready to go as soon as the game was updated with the new DLC. It already worked. Now, I have not tried the other DLC. It's been out for a while. And this one just came out a few days ago, and I like the Asian stuff, but I really like the Roman feel to it. So this was the base that I had going, and you can see I've got all my stuff just piled up into one area. I am running a little bit short on regular leather. Yeah, I'm actually running short on thick leather. But you see I've got tannery set up, ready to go. Got another tannery here that's set up. I got a bunch of gossamer, feline pelts, chitin, rhino hide, more feline pelts, hides, thick hides. I actually have more thick hides in here, elephant hides, bear pelts, hides, fur, horns, yeah. But you can see with the exceptional black dragon curious, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but don't really care. So you can actually build all the armor sets from inside the armor station. You know, so I got a level 3 in here. Build the standard versions, and if you've got a high enough, since I've got a level 3, it's going to let me build all the way up to exceptional. If I had a named, then it would let me build flawless. So still looking for a level 4 or named armor. Regular artisan table, I got a few heads just shoved in here, a spare armor or 2. This is just the normal artisan stuff. Now I did a reroll. My character is sitting at rank 4 on encumbrance and 3 on strength, 1 on agility, about half of vitality, getting close on grit. Part of that was because of the armor. Got a bunch of stuff learned. Not really all that important because I keep respecking quite often, And this time I actually forgot, as I'm going through and rechecking all of my stuff here, I forgot to do one of the cooking ones. So the main staple of my diet is where you mix one of each of the 3 types of fish and get the fish strips. They're just good generic food. So yeah, this is just the inside of my old style base, and I thought it was kind of nice, and then I started growing tired of it. Another little trick. And oh, he are done. So we're going to move him to here. And since he's done, go to the wall sign, and I'm going to put in empty, because this wheel is empty. I can look at that sign as I'm coming in with a new thrall. Okay, that one's empty. I can go in there. Come down here. Got a level 2 fighter and empty. So you look at your signs and you know if the wheel is full or not. So yeah, he's taking a little bit longer to do. Yes, I know. All this cooked fish. Well, I needed this stuff, ichor. Yes, I got a little bit of brimstone. The last brimstone run that I made, I picked up 1,600. After our respec, I can carry a lot more now. I can carry up to 2,500 without being encumbered. So, but yeah, I needed the ichor so that I could make the stone consolidant, so that I can make hardened brick. And the reason why I needed a hardened brick was so that I could make, and I'm gonna skip over so you don't see it just yet. I got 2 furnaces here. I set up a temporary section here with 5 furnaces here to burn down stone into brick, so that I can then take that brick, put it in here with the stone consolidant, and make my the hardened brick. So this is my setup. It goes all the way up to the top of the mountain. Go over here. There's 2 coal up there. There's a crap ton of damn iron up there, so that's why I built it up there. But my bedroom is actually up there, and that's going to change soon, because, and I'm going to look down as I'm walking towards, because I kind of wanted a little bit different of a reveal. I haven't finished all the lighting yet either, so bear with me. And a lot of temporary walls, but you know, on this side, this is the beginnings of my new Roman villa on a live server. This is actually 2 days of probably 8 or more hours per day just to get to this point. I've got archer stationed up here with crenellated wall sections, so you know, in theory they should be able to shoot down. I doubt that they will, but in theory they can. And the corner ones can shoot that way and this way. I got up here, see, this is the sandstone walls. Actually, I'm going to keep these sandstone walls. I like the way they look. But these guys over here are going to get changed out to be just like this. They'll have the ones with the windows in it, and then regular wall sections, and then wall sections down here. So this whole side will be changed out to match this side. And that side's not even done yet, nor are these steps. I'm going to do a little bit something different with the entryway. We've got some skulls set up here on the fence. This is the Black Dragon armor set. Dude, yeah, you might want to watch where that thing's flapping there. I don't want to see your Johnson. So this is Leon, easy to find, consistent and easy to find named fighter. I want to keep calling them warriors. So I've got Leon here, and I've got Janos here, both wearing that armor set. They both have hardened steel shields and Cimmerian battle axes. Then I got my archers. I got Galter of Basonia. He's sporting some medium armor, and I have no idea what the hell this is. Double X unarmed left. Okay, so maybe it's like some bonus to his ability to hit. I drug it off, and then I wanted to see if I could use it, and I can't. But whenever I drug it off, another one spawned in his inventory. So I guess he didn't like it when you take that away. And then you got Vapner. I don't remember where I got this guy, but he's got longsword, ancient bow, and some arrows. So if anybody does come up, or during the purge, which the purge was tonight, it did not happen at my base, thankfully, because I'm nowhere near ready. but I do have 2 fighters here, 2 archers here. I have archers on the walls, and I'll probably end up putting more archers on the walls. We've got one that's up here, and I will make sure that all of my archers will have this armor set on, and all of my fighters have this armor set on. So this is the Great Hall, and again, I must warn you, there will be titties. I mean, there will be nudity. So as we walk into this door, those are the new wall torches, by the way, and 2 different types of the stone statues. There's 4 types overall. I've got 2 of each up here, plus the flags. I like that the flags actually move. Come into the Great Hall, and yes, I have naked dancers all over the place, so don't judge me. I'm a pervert. Leave me alone. Anyway, so this is the new counselor chair, and I put a long table in, and I'll probably end up putting a fire or brazier on top like I did before, so that it's just for looks. These chairs glitch pretty regular, so if you walk over to sit down in it, it worked just fine. Crosshair went right to her nose. Hello. So yeah, when you're in a chair, you can actually look around. Really, that's about it. And then you jump to get up. That's cool. One of the things that does bug me about this game is I did learn from going to a specific area, the snake dance, which I want to change all of the dancers to do this dance, because I think this looks a little bit more provocative and sexy than the current weird-ass dance they're doing now. There's just nothing positive about that. But how the hell do you get out of this dance besides you have to go back to hitting the R key and do any one of the other regular ones? Hi, how are you? And then you can actually walk. Otherwise, you're stuck in that. You come out the back door, and you've got a little small patio area here, and then you come down to the pool, and the whole pool will be changed to match with the way the rest of it is with the new DLC. But I wanted to have a place to jump down here. Yes, I have nothing but crap food on me. Well, the good thing about the crap food is I have tons of it, and I can just keep spamming it. So to make the fish strips, you need 1 of each of the 3 types of fish. So it would just be 1 unappetizing fish, which is a piranha. Then 1 savory fish and 1 exotic fish makes a fish strip. Well, I've been using the unappetizing fish and breaking them down by cooking them, and by cooking those, they give you ichor as a bonus gift, I guess you can say. You're cooking the crap out of them. So I needed a buttload of them to go along with for making my hardened brick. So as you can see, I've put a few fish traps out. In total, between here and the one that I've got over on the other side, I've got 15 fish traps that are out right now. So yeah, I can generate a few fish here and there. So the rest of this will get finished. Like I said, this is 2 solid days of 8 hours or more per day just getting to this point. It's not that the stuff is hard to build or it takes a lot of resources to build, but it takes a lot when you're trying to build a lot like this. If you think about it, these are actually ceiling tiles instead of because they cost a little bit less to make the ceiling tiles. So you think all those ceiling tiles there, all these ceiling tiles here and out there, all the way through to here and all the way out into the back, all these fence sections, the crenellated fence sections. Open the damn door. Let me back in. That's a lot of freaking hardened brick and a lot of work to get all this done. So the side sections will actually, well, you can see these walls are nowhere near completed, and the second floor isn't done. I got just enough there to keep them contained so that my archers can work from there. And like I said, they'll all get fresh armor to match with this guy right here and the one on the other side, the medium armor, just for addressing, knowing who's who. Now, I'm not going to have all of my wheels of pain and stuff like that inside here. I will keep them in another location just so that they're probably closer to where I need to be to get them. But this is the door that goes back into the main hall. This one goes out onto the balcony, the rear balcony. Now, upstairs, and I haven't built any stairs yet to get up, but something else that I'm kind of proud of that took me a while to get built, the map room. This is absolutely freaking cool. Even if you don't use it for anything whatsoever, come on, it's just freaking huge. It's awesome looking, and it's yeah, something to look at. You see the entertain thing in the upper left hand corner right there keeps popping up. Depending on where I'm standing, I've had as many as it's stacked 10 times. You can regenerate health and remove corruption whenever you're entertained. So the naked chicks with you know, their junk hanging out, yeah, all these naked females, they're not just there for their good looks and sexy dancing. They're there to actually help with other stuff as well. Oh, that's good. Yep, stacked 10 times on entertained. I must be really entertained. So what this actually does, you can see bracelet not attuned. You go to one that actually is attuned, and you see a beacon appears above the ground. Got that one, and now it says teleport. So you can actually use this as a teleport system. This is the unknown city here. Don't really want to go there right now. This one, I'm not exactly sure totally. That being this far over, and you can see the border of the realm there. If you look on the map, that's here, and to be right in this area right here, that looks like it's putting it close to the Trader City. So that's a good possibility that it's close to there. Of course, it would be nice if they actually showed better the ponds, but you can kind of see the ponds right here directly in front of me. Looks like where the ponds would be there and there. So if that were the case, then it's actually in the desert to the east of there. So desert east of there is actually this guy. Yep, I forgot about him. It's Clail's stronghold. For some reason, occasionally the server kind of bugs, and as I'm walking around, mobs won't aggro on me. So I can walk right past mobs. I can walk over to and stand in the middle of a pack of wolves, and they'll ignore me. So whenever I notice that it's like that, yeah, that's when I went to get the recipe for this. That was going on the whole time, going all the way down to get to where I could learn the map recipe for the map room and back out. The only thing that I had to fight was one skeletal archer, and that was it. You actually have to go to the heart of the unknown city, which is kind of a pain in the butt, especially if you're not high enough level. At the time, I think I was level 43, level 50 now, but as you can see, I still got a lot of work to do on this. But this, with all of these wall sections, all these ceiling sections, the flags were quick and easy, the statues were quick and easy. If you don't have a good, it says stop bandaging, that's because I was getting the healing effect from the dancers. If you don't have anybody on your workstation, for your artisan workstation, then the recipes naturally will cost you more. But I have a level 3 that's actually on my artisan right here. So I've got a Zamarian Carpenter level 3. So you can see that the main statues are 187. If you don't have high level Carpenter on there, they're 250 stone. It's easy to make. I mean, crap, if I want to get 250 stone, I forgot I've been carrying a priest on me right now. I don't know if that priest will work on this actual. I had to have somewhere to put this, but let's try to see if this priest will work in here. No, you will not work in there. Why will you not work in there? You suck. Level 3 priest, Nordheimer, whatever. Fine, you just keep your little ass in there. I saw him and said the hell with it, and no pun intended. The hell with that priest. I'll just smack him over the head and take him with me. So I will take all of these stairs down and everything you see going up the mountainside, I'm going to take them all down, and I'm actually going to, since the main part of the house is here, I'll actually have a lighted pathway that will go all the way up along this way and then up that way, and that's where all the stone is, or the iron is. But there's iron all along in here, so there's plenty of iron for me to go along with. So it's not like it's a big thing, but by having all this stuff here, I'm losing out on 2 coal nodes. And yes, coal is extremely important because it's the easiest, decent fuel to work with. Thankfully, I can go down to the desert and actually, in a short trip, I can usually pick up, 300, 400, 500 coal in just a few minutes. The way I've got everything set up is, yes, me and my junk food here. Those hoof-looking things are actually just dried fish. But I have torch path going this way. I'm hoping that if I do get stuck by a purge, if they come in this way, I can always just pull these stairs up, and all they're going to do is attack these, which I'm going to change these out. And here's my theory. I don't know if it's a good theory or a bad theory, but I'm going to change out these foundations wherever possible. And then I'm going to put, I'm going to change them over so that they're just like this. These are walls, and behind those walls is just this foundation with a pillar behind it. I put a pillar on top of every one of them. I didn't have to. I did that just in case there is some destruction going on. There's some redundant strength held in there. So this will actually come down to here. These will actually be walls with pillars behind them. And I will put fence foundations around the section here. And I will probably put those guys, which, let's show the example here. If I try climbing up, stop bandaging. And what happens is, you can see I took a little bit of health damage. Try to climb up, it won't let you get to the top of it. The spikes will actually stop you from getting up there. Like, well, screw that. Well, right now, yeah, you can just climb over these walls. It won't be a problem. Oh, there's a crenellation there. I can just climb up right here, pop right in. Oh, nope, maybe not. But there's an invisible wall section right there that I can actually stand on right above that window. So there's an issue with the collision box. Yeah, so there's a regular wall there, no big deal. Oh crap. So, that's a good thing too, to make a false wall. So like, if there's one missing, hey, look, there's one missing. So they climb up over the top of it, they fall down, and they land into a spike pit. But that's the whole theory, is to be able to do that. Kind of a cheap trick here also, to stand on top of wall torches. You can't really see all that well, but with the statues here, you can kind of bypass it. So it kind of defeats the purpose. If it was another player trying to get in, all they got to do is climb that. If they can make it through all the guards and stuff, then yeah, that's one thing. But over the course of the week, I will get the rest of this finished out. Stairs that will actually bring you up here to the second floor. This will actually be populated with rooms, with stuff in here, whatever. I don't know what I'm going to put into it. This was the main focus, was just trying to get the Great Hall. So if we want to have a meeting, okay, this is one of the glitched out things here. I go to get into the chair. Hello. And I'm in the chair frickin' sideways. Sometimes you get in the chair and it's backwards. And guess what? You can't do anything. You cannot get out. You're stuck. So if I hit R and do the snake dance. Alright, yeah, alright. Well, I can't get out while I'm in that either. So, what if I shake my fist? And then, no. It throws you right back in the chair again. So once you get screwed like that, you're screwed. Kneel. Yeah, I'm stuck. I can't jump. I can't do anything. I can kick, but I go right back to the chair. Kick, crouch, nothing. If this happens, the only thing you can do at this point, hit escape and exit the main menu. So, all in all, I'm pretty happy with the way the content looks in this new DLC. It was $10. I mean, seriously, if you could afford to buy the game, $10 more is well worth the money. And if you're into the whole Roman theme, then for sure this is a good thing. Don't look at my half-finished base, but I really like the way that everything looks. The armor sets, the building pieces. There are a few things that bug me a little bit. See, like the way the corners are, where the two wall sections come together. It just, right there where my right hand is. The walls just don't line up perfectly. It's one thing if it was actually a foundation. Still in God mode, by the way, but and you can see where one foundation sits on top of another. It's kind of a minor graphical glitch. You can see how it's kind of blinking a little bit. And if you look right next to my waist, the shadow reflection on there has kind of a sawtooth look to it. So there is some minor issues with it. Another thing that bugs me, whenever you center a line so that you can put them on, the foundations come all the way up to bracket your gateway. What happens is, let's actually go to the other side here. Just, well, can't see it either. But if you were to build around it, there's a gap on the left and right hand side, so that like you see the gap between the right hand side here and the side of the foundation. Same thing right here. You've got those gaps where if you get behind it, you can actually jump right in and fall right through. So if you're trying to raid somebody's base that has a a gate on there and the gate's closed, well, no big deal. You can just climb up their frickin' gate. If you've got the stamina to be able to climb up the top of their gate, you might be able to climb all the way through and then just drop right in, and now you're inside their base just by jumping and going right between. It's kind of annoying. I think you should be able to see it, but I don't have anything lined up here. It's the same way. Whenever you center align any of the frames, what I mean by center align is it's right there in between. So if I let's do settings, server settings, make me admin, close, admin panel, and let's do gate, and let's drop one down. So whenever you're trying to put them down here, you can see this is a center align, this is a edge align. If you do an edge align, you can see right here is the distance, but the gap between, or the center between two foundations. So it puts it right there, and it splits the outside edge. If you're going to put a Pickup Plus mod, gotta love it. If you're going to put down a drawbridge, then that's how you would put it. You need to put it aligned on the edge. But if you want it to be like this, so when you actually put a door on, you need to have it middle aligned, and it looks better, so you can actually put foundations and it lines it up really well. So be like this. This is foundations on either side with the frame. It's gonna bug the crap out of me, I got it backwards. But the frame itself is actually coming to right there to the edge of the foundations. And to me, I think that looks really good. So if you center align, you can see where it's edge align, center align, and then you can rotate it on that. So if I center align here, you can see that it's actually in between, and it splits perfectly between 3 foundations. So that's cool. You see this is the outside, this is the inside. So yeah, that one's backwards. Pickup Plus, gotta love it. So when you're placing them down, so if you want to put a drawbridge in, it has to be that way. It actually has to be edge aligned. And it gets to be a pain in the ass when you're trying to, like, this is the middle. I am right here. This is the center. If I want to put a drawbridge going across here, I want it to freaking snap and be biased to this. And it will not line up to that no matter how hard I try. It's just not going to do it. What I end up having to do is remove tiles. I gotta sneeze. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Yes, I could have hit the mute button, but too lazy. Alright, so I wanted to center a line off of the blocks, but I want it to be on the edge. And I don't know if it's going to be a problem because of the stairs. I don't care. Now you're going to drop down there. Put it in, it just drops under friggin' water. So it's a pain in the ass to try to get this thing to line up exactly the way you want it. If I center a line, it's not going to do it. Fine if I want to put the damn thing in the water. It'll go anywhere that I want. See, that's the only thing, like I said, about these gates is getting them to cooperate. They are just an absolute pain in the ass sometimes to get them to go exactly where you want. So the easiest way to do it is actually to come back in and take tiles out. And this is much better if you're actually using something like the Pickup Plus mod. I come right over here and I can actually hold down the E key and pick up. Go over here and pick up. Looks like they're destroyed, but you can see on my toolbar, it actually put them in my bar back in my inventory. You're going to be a pain in my ass. I've actually also had to put more blocks there so that it would actually cause it to come over here and line up exactly where I wanted it to be. So since you're going to be a pain in the ass and screw up exactly how I'm saying that it'll screw up, if you want to put down a drawbridge, you can't put it with a center line. It has to be edge aligned like that. And if now you put that next to a foundation, you can see that the foundation right here, this sticks out in front of the foundation and overlaps into nothing. So let's actually go right over here, go back to my admin panel, and we want a drawbridge. So now if I put a drawbridge in, it's not going to work because I don't have anything on the edge. Couldn't get the damn thing to line up on the edge. So I normally put like a 3 gap right there on the edge, and you won't edge snap for hell, will you? See, this is just so freaking annoying. Alright, edge snap there. And it won't snap because, there we go, because I want it to. And then the drawbridge, yeah, whole new set of problems. Just minor issues that bug me about the game. But I love it. I've been playing a shitload of this game. Not bad on the animations. And yes, I understand the fact that it's designed to keep people out. If someone's coming over here and they want to try to get in, they try to climb up, they can climb right over top of it. So that's where you need to put the spiked wall sections up there to try to keep people out, or else they can just climb right over, and then there you go, jump right in. But here's the thing is, whenever the drawbridge is up, you can't close it yourself, and then as you're going out, okay, I'm going to go out now. So I pull the chain, it goes down. Alright, awesome. Nice animation, I like it. Alright, I'm ready to rock and roll. I want to go out and I want to farm cheese. I don't care, whatever. So I pull the chain, run over here, and I jump out. Okay? But, okay, I just closed it. How the hell am I going to get back in my damn base? Well, I can pick the damn thing back up, but I can't get in. There's no way to actually get back in my base. If I have my base completely sealed up, that is. Alright, so let's actually take these back up. Actually, I don't care about them. Let's destroy them. Dismantle. I ain't worried about it. So, that's my little pet peeve about that. Alright, you guys got any questions about the new DLC? Like I said, it's only been out for a couple days. I like it for the most part. I mean, just come on, look at the... I mean, if you are into the whole Roman thing, this is pretty badass. You can see up top there. Probably should walk up here and look at them. Alright, being in God mode, I don't have to worry about taking damage here. Or these, like I said, these spikes do damage you. These are like the awning overhangs, but they're actually stone. I like them. Kind of have the same look as the roof tiles. These are just the standard slopes here, and then you got the spiked wall sections there. Minor little fitment issue right there on this corner piece. You look at the little stud hanging up right there. Just doesn't perfectly line up. It's a minor little issue, but it's, you know, not 100%. Again, it was only freaking $10, so I think, to me, money well spent. If you're gonna think about it, hell, just do it. If you like Roman style, you'll love it. The stuff isn't impossible to build. It just takes some diligence, because to build these things, well, let's see here. That's not a good example. Let me actually unlock some stuff. What am I going to do for that one? Okay. And what am I going to do for that one? Gotta unlock that first. To do that, I gotta do that. And, you know, if you were actually level 33, you'd already have this stuff unlocked. So, alright, now we should get to this point. Unlock that. Oh, would you come on? Alright. So now, if I were to look back in my inventory to look at these, one foundation requires 15 hardened brick, 4 shaped wood, and 3 steel reinforcement. That's where it's a lot of fun. You really got to pump out a lot of friggin' steel to be able to keep up with all this crap. And the live server, I think I've got, was it 81 times 2, and then yeah, it's like 250 so far on the ceilings, and that's 9 hardened brick, 3 shaped wood, and 2 steel reinforcements. Yeah, it takes a while to get all that farmed up to be able to do that. The windows and walls are both 8, 2, and 2, so not bad. But when you're trying to build 40 or 50 of them at a time, you got to do a little bit of farming to get caught up with it. So that's where, when you're setting up your attributes, if you take your encumbrance up to rank 4 here, you're going to, with average gear, with average light gear, you're going to pick up between 2,500 and 3,000 stone every time you go out with a good pickaxe, and that doesn't take very long. So it doesn't take you long to actually farm up like the stone and then go out and do an iron run. When you're bringing back 2,000 or 2,500 iron stone at one time, not that bad. and then trying to get the brimstone. Well, you're going to need brimstone to make steel fire, and then, yeah, brimstone run. Not a problem going out and bringing back 1,500, 2,000 brimstone. If you want brimstone, my favorite location for brimstone is here. Carry your sandstorm mask, a good sword, and a lot of empty inventory spaces with a pretty fair amount of food. A lot. You don't need water because this is a pond area. Even though it has noxious gas that's pouring out of the damn thing, you can still drink the water. That makes a lot of sense, right? So you can just keep drinking the water and filling your canteen, so that's not a problem. There's nodes that stick up out, and, well, you know, I can sit here and talk about it, or I can hold down Control and right-click and go there. Admin teleport for the win. Really? It's nighttime. Admin panel. Change time to noon. Freeze time. Alright, so dude, is that not some bizarre ass freaking trees? Those are trees. That creepy as hell looking. But these nodes right here, you bring your pickaxe and you farm these nodes, and they will give you brimstone. Whenever they fall down, still keep hitting them with the pickaxe, and you'll still keep harvesting them for a couple seconds. But as soon as you get into this water here, it's noxious gas. And after a couple seconds, it'll kick in, and then your health will start dropping dramatically. So if you have a sandstorm mask, put it on. First time I came out here, I didn't have one, didn't know about it. So I come out here, hit this one, run back. Hit one, run back. And you got to keep your eyes out. Right there in front of me is the rock donkeys. So I say keep a good sword handy. They're just rock donkeys or rock noses, but I call them rock donkeys because I'm me. They're pretty quick and easy to kill. And then go back to harvesting these guys. You can see you've got a bunch of them here. Once you clear out all of those, don't worry. You got more over there, and you got more down there. So there's plenty. You can fill up your bags pretty quickly and not have a problem with getting brimstone. What I did whenever I first came out here, when I first came out, I didn't have my damn sandstorm mask. I was like, holy shit, I'm getting my ass kicked from the gas, and then I got rock donkeys to worry about, and yeah. So what I did was I came over here, and I didn't want to interfere because there's iron right here. So if I did want to stay for any longer period of time, I could. But what I did was I came right over here, and I built a 2x2 hut, and I kept some food. I kept the bare necessities to make gruel. So if I'm out here for a long time and I just happen to run out of food, I can always make gruel. It's not hard to get gruel because it's just seeds and yeah, the stuff, the thatched stuff. But you can go around here and pick these bushes. This is actually false mandrake, but on the other side of the pond, right over here, right directly in front of me, is actually going to be some stuff you can actually loot to get the stuff to make gruel with. So worst case scenario, you've got a place where you can actually get the bare necessities to make food with. And while you're over here, you got to come visit this guy. And once you visit that, you got to come visit this. Because this is that that obelisk that I was saying about in the map room. You come over to here, and I thought there was guys here. There they are up there. Gaining corruption. Obelisk attuned. Now if I had a map room set up, I could actually teleport to there. But that's the obelisk for this guy over here. These guys don't like you coming to visit. I'm not sure why. They don't look like they've seen visitors in a while, because, you know, you'd think somebody would have brought their ass a taco. You know, look at them, they're They're famished. They're wasting away to nothing. Tell I'm not geared up. I can put my mod back on and put on the beefalo bow and the beefalo blade. That's what I should have called the damn thing. Instead of the beefalo sword, I should have called it the beefalo blade. That's what I used to do in my, Minecraft. If I wasn't in God mode, this would piss me off to have that many freaking arrows in me. You see, swords, they do good damage. And I like swords, don't get me wrong. But I would much rather stick with, and I'll go ahead and get one. Let's see, admin panel and gear. Daggers of the Nameless Days. That sounds lovely. The daggers are poniards. You come in and you see, knock the dog shit out of them. Now, it's not just because they're fast. I like the speed of them. I can come in here and I'm getting bleeds on these guys, so I could always roll back out, go to a sword, and now, while they're bleeding, I get a bonus to damage on them because they are bleeding. So I can get them bleeding, 2, 3, 4 bleeds on them, and then totally kick their ass with the sword after that point. But I can also get them close to death with a good set of bleeds stacked on them, and they're going to die on their own. Well, especially whenever the boss there decided to go ahead and kick the guy's ass themselves. What? No loot? You creep. So yeah, I'm not sure what that is now. I'm not worried about that. So, that's that. This is the new expansion, new DLC. Awesome shit. I love it. Well worth $10. So I'm actually going to try to remember where the hell I was. Should be here. Nope, cancel. Alright, so that's that. I'm going to go ahead and put myself back in here, and then we'll head back over to the live server momentarily. Yep, there's the house. So like I said, with the daggers, you get a couple good attacks, 2 to 3 attacks. You roll out. She does a nice little backflip there. Or you can do the other one for a dodge. So you can right click, roll out, switch to your sword and shield, bang, 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 and most things are dead. So, pretty cool. That usually works for most things for me. Kind of underleveled. You really have to watch what you're going after. You know, I'm just level 50 now on the live server. Alright. Elevators. Okay, this is what I was talking about here. Climb over the gate. Hey, look. I climbed over your gate, and now I'm inside your base. I didn't have to open your base gate at all. Kind of a crappy thing. So you just gotta watch how you're placing your stuff. Now, one of the things that I have done is to kind of cover this gap right here, is you can actually get, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cheat him in. The wedge pieces. So, grab a couple of them right here. So you can take those and align them to here. Like that. And I don't have enough tiles here to finish them off. But when you align them like this, it makes it to where it's really difficult. I'm sure if someone really wanted to, they could probably fall through there. But it prevents anybody from being able to just go right through there. Let me go ahead and get a couple other things here just to finish off the way it should be. So we need yep, I don't have that DLC. I don't have the Conan. That's kind of an Asian vibe thing. Cool, don't get me wrong. I would rather have the Roman feel myself. Alright, so we'll get a couple of those. And we need some fences. Alright, so when you're setting your stuff up, you would naturally want to have it all the way across like that. But you can actually do like I did here and put these corner pieces like so. And that's going to close that gap up enough to where they can't slip through and fall in and get behind your gates. And then if you really want to be sporty about it, you can go ahead and do reinforced fences. So if they do try to weasel their nuts through there. Alright. Now it's let me put them there before, but now you've got that zigzag pattern there. It's nice of you to not let me put it there. Just a little extra protection right there. So if you do try this and you do put a gate up like that, this is a simple way. Because now if they try to get in, well, they can't get in there. They can't get in here. So that's how you can prevent your gate from being breached. It doesn't look too bad from a distance either when you see that. Adds a little aggressive look to it. Although it would be nice, and I have been able to in the past, put the things there. You would think they would have fire damage if you step on a brazier like that. So if you do try to come in through this way, you can sneak in, but I have in the past been able to put fence sections here. I don't know why it's not letting me now, but because that would make sense, so you could have the spikes to block somebody from getting in. But that or that, I think said, I'm going to go ahead and close off this video. Put my ass inside of my house. Damn sure worth $10. Don't hesitate. If you like the Roman vibe, like the Roman feel, get the expansion pack. You'll like it. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys again soon.